Hey, if you're watching this video, you've probably just watched the 1.3 live stream and you saw a little bit about Xuan. So I want to explain to you, she's gonna be crazy. I'm not just saying that because I'm biased, I'm saying that because she looks insane. There is so much you can do with her kit, I don't even know where to begin. So for example, I'm going to be making her as a DPS nuke with her ultimate, because why not? That's a good enough reason for me. But I'll explain to you the skills for her and we'll get into it and slowly break down why I think she might be one of the top units in the game. From what you saw from Xuan is she's obviously preservation, but she also heals, which is kind of weird. Kind of a great mix of things, if anything. Let's go through her skills. Let's break them down one by one, and then we'll give an overall consensus of synergy, how she works, if she can be like a solo support, even DPS, because I'm going to try that. Let's get into it. So her basic attack, Nova Burst. We're doing these at level 6, by the way, just so you can get a good reference for how this is. Deals quantum damage equal to 50% of Xuan's max HP to a single enemy. So she scales off HP for her damage, kind of like Blade. Obviously, it's in a very different scope of things because she's not a main damage output, but it's still good to know that going forward. But her skill, this is where it starts to get interesting. It is called Known by Stars, Shown by Hearts. So upon activation of this skill, it activates Matrix of Prescience. I believe that's how you say it, I got no idea. Other team members will apportion 65% of the damage they receive before this damage is mitigated by shields to Xuan for 3 turns. So essentially what this is saying is 65% of the damage they receive, it's going to be given to Xuan to soak it. She's going to be kind of she's a pseudo tank because she's taking damage off them, giving it to her. She doesn't have an aggro ability like in other games. She just outright takes a percentage of their damage on her own shoulders, which is kind of a great thing. That being said though, you're going to have to build up with a very high defense or very high HP to kind of soak that, because she's effectively getting hit every single time the enemy attacks. We don't really know how much of a problem that's going to be until she's out, but it's still, to me, it doesn't sound like a deal breaker. You have enough defense, you should be fine. All team members are affected by Matrix of Prescience and gain the knowledge effect, which increases their respective max HP by 4.5% of Xuan's max HP and increases crit rate by 9%. That sounds great. When your team members are currently under the Matrix of Prescience, they get another sub buff called the knowledge effect. And what the knowledge effect does is, as you heard, increase their max HP by 4.5% at level 6, by the way, and increases crit rate by 9%, which is amazing. Keep in mind though, it also says here that when Xuan is knocked down, Matrix of Prescience will be dispelled. If you kind of have a character get knocked down in a fight, you're eventually just going to lose the fight outright. Unless you got like a Bailu kind of setup, it's not a huge problem. At least in my experience, either everyone dies or no one dies, so we'll see. Also some sub notes, these are trace bonuses, so you activate these on the traces, kind of how traces work, which is Taiyi the Macroscopic. When Matrix of Prescience is active, Xuan will regenerate 20 extra energy when she uses her skill, and Liurin the Sexagenary, that's a word. If enemies attempt to apply crowd control debuffs to allies when Matrix of Prescience is active, all allies will resist all crowd control debuffs applied by the enemy target during the current action. This effect can only be triggered once. Upon activating Matrix of Prescience, the number of times this effect can be triggered will be refreshed. That's a get out of jail free card. So those witches that will do a group debuff, or if you can't use spells, or you can't use ultimates, or you can't attack the witch, they're kind of donezo with this setup. So any group debuff is just completely written off and as if it's never happened, and you just get out of jail free. So overall, her skill sounds like it does so much. I absolutely love it. I'm not really a person who believes in power creeping. If you really do buy into the whole some characters become obsolete and they can no longer beat content kind of thing, Xuan is going to make Japad just look like trash. At least from what the words on the screen are saying. We got to see how she feels in game. Now we get on to the fun bit, her ultimate. I'm going to play the ultimate animation one more time. I know you saw it in the live stream. It's straight up a cutscene that feels like it lasts for 90 minutes. It's just so clean. It's crazy. Right, let's talk about her ultimate. So the ultimate's name is Woes of Many Morphed to One. Look, if we're going off names, it's probably the worst named ultimate in the game. What is it? It sucks. And what it does is it deals quantum damage equal to 80% of Xuan's max HP to all enemies and obtains 1 trigger count for the HP restore from Xuan's talent. We'll get into Xuan's talent in a moment. Also, there is a trace bonus called Dungia the Metamystic. When Xuan's ultimate is used, heals all other allies by 5% of Xuan's max HP, plus an additional 133. So it's not a whole lot of healing, but that being said, you gotta build on 6k, 7k HP. Let's use 6k in this example. You get 300 HP healed on top of another 133. So you get 433 odd. Not a whole lot, but hey, at least it's something, right? In the aforementioned ultimate, where it obtains a trigger count for her talent, let's talk about her talent. So it is called Bleak Breeds Bliss. Say that 3 times really fast. Holy shit. And it does the following. While Xuan has not been knocked down, Misfortune Avoidance is applied to the entire team. While affected by Misfortune Avoidance, allies take 14% less damage. This is at level 6. I'm going to keep saying that just so we're all on the same page. When you pair that on top of her damage portion, where she will take the hit for a percentage of your teammates, it's kind of nuts. That's amazing. Like, she does, I need to stop saying amazing. She negates 14% damage from your team as a base, and on her skill use, she takes 65% of damage off your teammates' shoulders as well. Without even doing the math there, they're taking considerably less damage. The problem is, can she survive it? We'll find out when we get her. Now for the rest of the talent. HP Restore will be triggered for Xuan when her HP falls to 50% or less of her max HP. This effect will restore her HP by 85% of the amount of HP that she is currently missing. This effect cannot be triggered if she receives a killing blow. This effect possesses 1 triggered count by default and can possess up to 2 trigger counts maximum. So when her ult is triggered, she gets a stack of the auto heal. Let's keep in mind, the closest example to this is probably Natasha. When she falls below, I can't remember the number exactly, let's say for the sake of it, 50%, I think it's a bit less. She auto heals herself to avoid being one-shot. Same with Luocha. Luocha has a built-in auto heal on either himself or teammates. Where they fall below 50%, he gives them an automatic kill. It's that kind of thing. And she can hold 2 stacks of it at any given time. And yeah, she has 1 by default. So going into fights, she has 1 get out of jail free card. And if you rip her ult, she gets another one. That being said though, you're in a situation where you will get one shot or you will get hit for half your HP. You only have half your HP left. She gets game ended. Can't do much about it. Now her technique. I know nothing about the technique. Let's see if it's actually anything. It is called Of Fortune Comes Fate. After the technique is used, all team members receive a barrier lasting for 20 seconds. Wait, it's based off time? How the... This barrier can block all enemy attacks. Oh, okay, I get it now. So you obviously trigger it in the overworld without going into fights. You get hit or ambushed, you're not going to get hit by it. So yeah, this barrier blocks all enemy attacks and the team cannot enter battle when attacked. Entering battle while the barrier is active will have Xuan automatically activate Matrix of Prescience at the start of the battle, lasting for 2 turns. And Matrix of Prescience is her skill in which the situation of the apportion effects, she soaks all your teammates' damage. Well, not all, the majority of it. But with that being said, I understand what I'm about to say is complete lunacy, but you have to hear me out on this one. If you are a Xuan enjoyer and you have the wishes for it, free to play or not, and you want to do some busted stuff, for the love of God, go for her E1. This is a hot take. It is an insane take. I am not someone who is huge into playing the meta correctly. Play who you want to play, do whatever you want. I bring it up a million times, but I've seen a Bailu do 600k damage regardless of the circumstance. That's insane. Because her E1 is called Dominus Mortis, and it gives all units with the knowledge effect a 30% crit damage increase. So pretty much your whole team when her skill is applied. For you damage per screenshot people out there, this is kind of nuts for a support character. Look, I'm not going to go as far to say it makes her pseudo harmony, but damn, it does get her pretty damn close. So that's our Xuan. She's our quantum preservation, and she can do everything. In terms of synergy, I mean, Luocha would be crazy for her because of his Abyss Flower trigger every second time, but who the hell is 2 5-star healer and preservation? Next to no one. I'm keeping in mind free-to-players. Zilla would be perfect, just considering crit rate boosts, and if you pull the E1 Oh my god, I didn't even want to think about that, what that's about to do. She kind of fits into every team. I can't think of a team off the top of my head that she would kind of be bad with. Like, obviously, you wouldn't pair her with a Japard or a March 7. They are nowhere near as good at the job of preservation as her. And also, you don't really need 2 shielders in any situation. E1 is pseudo harmony, so you could kind of remove a Bronya or a Tingyun, but how can you remove Bronya? She's the queen. Let me know what you think. If you have any ideas of what you can pair her with, please tell me in the comments, as well as please subscribe. I have 1% of my viewers actually sub. It's hilarious at this point. Please like and subscribe. I am really trying to hit 600 subs. Also, I stream every single day over at Twitch. I'm an insane, unhinged bastard. Everyone there is as well. It's only a good time. Yeah, no gatekeeping. Pull who you want to pull for. If you think she sounds great, let me know. And yeah, there's some Gamescom stuff coming on soon regarding Zenless Zone Zero and Wuthering Waves. I will make some videos on that. I'll see you guys around. Later.